So one thing I've been really trying to work on is handing out less paper copies. It kind of serves a couple purposes. Number one, it's less touching of the same thing that happens with the COVID stuff. And also it kind of reduces paper waste. And it also allows the students to keep files in their Google folder so that they don't lose them. That's another reason that I like doing digital handouts. So this is a heart rate activity I do every year. And typically I just print off this sheet and the students fill it out as they do the activities, and that's what they submit. Well, this year I wanted to make it so that we could submit it on Google Classroom, which means this has to be digital. And an easy way I found to do this is Google Slides, because you can make, you can just take existing charts and data pieces and just do a screenshot and plug them into a presentation. So for this, I use Lightshot. I'm going to capture this chart, put it in a Google slide, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the graph. So I like the look of it. Copy it into my new presentation, and I'm going to resize these things to fit. Might have to make two different slides. And then what you can do is you can insert a text box right there where the text box would be, and you can type in it. You just have to be careful as far as formatting, getting it the correct size. Smaller font will work better. And then I usually just keep those blank boxes with an asterisk so that my students know that that's a typable text box and it's visible to them. And then I would repeat that in all the boxes for that chart. And then to graph, I found a really easy way to do that would be to insert a shape, a rectangle, and then I make a bar for each part of the graph, and I fill it in with some sort of contrasting color like red so you can see it. And then I would do that for each part of the activity so that when they go to graph, all they have to do is slide their bar graph up and down to meet the number in their chart. So this is the current one I have for my heart rate activity, all completed, but it's a good way, and then they can just submit it to me on Google Classroom instead of having to collect these. And I found a couple different activities that work better this way. Also, one more little bit of information. If you post this on Google Classroom as an assignment, you have the option to make a copy for each student. The other way to do that is if you go up to the URL and you take everything after the backslash where it says edit, and you replace that text with the text copy, and then copy this code to be able to link it to something. It will force copy a student to make a copy. So when I type this in, they'll see a screen that looks like this. It'll make a copy and automatically save it to their Google Drive. So if it's not something they need to turn in, but you want them to have a copy of something, you can also do it this way.